Imagine what our democracy would look like if we actually had a government that delivered for people and that viewed its responsibility as protecting its own constituents' rights on a daily basis. I'm Jill Habig. I'm the founder and CEO of Public Rights Project. We're a US-based organization, and we work with local government officials across the country to help them use government power to advance civil rights and democracy. When I first started Public Rights Project, the biggest thing that I was focused on was helping local government officials use power they already had more effectively. But what we've seen in the US over the last several years is that there are increasing attempts to undermine that power and undermine the will of voters. There's a really concerted effort by corporate interests, by anti-democracy and authoritarian interests to just rig the rules of the game so that even if voters vote for a particular outcome, that there's an end run to get around voters on the back end. And so we work with local election officials who are just facing threats, harassment, litigation, trying to prevent them from doing their jobs. Things as simple as opening an early vote center to help people cast a ballot, or using drop boxes to help people vote during a pandemic. Those sorts of common sense pro-voter policies are increasingly being challenged by conspiracy theorists and election deniers. And so we've mobilized a lot of resources to help government officials just be able to do the job that voters have elected them to do. And we're seeing that kind of trend really grow in states across the country where there are just increasing efforts to kind of undermine the very fabric of our democracy in a number of ways. Every state in the US is different. They have different laws, different politics, etc. But what we've seen is that across the country, people believe in really fundamental values. They believe that voters should be able to vote and that elections should match what people actually voted for. When voters actually have an opportunity to weigh in on these questions, they tend to vote for greater democracy, greater civil rights, and for the rule of law. I think there's a growing movement of people who really believe that our institutions are worth defending, believe that the rule of law is worth defending, and believe that voters have a right to be heard. And so I'm optimistic for the future.